joined to the first show back to Culture Pop. I'm Kelly Steer.
I'm Delaney Lawrence.
I'm Tom Vasquez.
I'm Andrea Matthew.
All right, so first topic, there's been a lot going on in pop culture lately. And the first topic is something that was recently released on the show The Talk, cleverly named, where Sharon Osbourne said that she had hooked up with Jay Leno when she first came to America when she was 25. It was before Ozzy, but still, what do you think?
Gross. I mean, not. It's just because Leno, he has all those white hairs, and not that Sharon's not old, because she is old, but it just seems like a huge age difference. So if she was like 25, how old were you?
I feel like they're probably the same age, though.
Did he still have his chin?
He might have.
That's
But
what I'm wondering.
right. But I mean, age aside, from a person that talks about politicians in a comical way all the time, you should have known that this was coming. It was going to be uncovered one way or another. It was. I don't know.
It's so random. Like, one day
you
you're just
guys
like,
even
by
know
the
each
way,
other?"
world, I slept with Jay Leno.
Right. I don't.
I'm Sharon Osbourne.
Good night. I mean, it's all she really does.
I don't know who's better, Ozzy or Jay.
Neither.
Who would you
I
want to be
guess
with?
I would say Jay then. I
Well-
don't know, because when I think of Ozzy, I just think the bat fighting.
I
like
think of the
ripping
show
off.
that they had. You remember the show, The
Yeah.
Osbournes,
Yeah.
where they like threw turkeys over at their neighbors and were crazy?
I think the best thing about it all is that Sharon said that it was kind of a fling for her, and Jay took it more seriously.
Like, please get over yourself.
Came to America breaking hearts. Like,
Speaking of people that need to get over themselves, Miley Cyrus. Hannah Montana has gone cray-cray. Like, she has released a rap video recently, which they can't even play on the radio because apparently it's too vulgar. She has a new music video where she's licking a wrecking ball, which I don't care what kind of sanitizing equipment you're using. Like,
That's
you
just
cannot
gross.
sanitize that wrecking ball enough
No.
for me to lick it with my tongue.
And licking a sledgehammer as well.
I didn't see the
The
sledgehammer.
sledgehammer is before the wrecking
What
ball.
is it?
She's riding nude on the wrecking ball.
I mean, I feel worse for the wrecking ball.
I do too. And you know, the worst part is that this video came out after. You know, it got the most hype after her wonderful
Oh, yes,
VMA's
her
performance.
VMA performance.
So, I mean, I don't mind wearing a teddy bear suit once in a while, but she, wow.
gone
I mean,
off the
she's
deep
gone
end.
off. She's
Yeah,
gone off the
it's
edge.
over.
Off the
It's
edge.
crazy. And have you seen?
how would they even show that video though?
Well, and Billy Ray Cyrus said
Did he comment? I never saw a
he
comment.
did comment, and he said that it wouldn't matter if she was wearing plaid and jeans. All that matters is her voice, and what a God-given gift he was given. This is your daughter.
She's not
No,
using
she's
her
been
voice no
vocally-
more. She's using those two little cheeks that her mom gave her now.
Do you ever see the pictures too? I love the internet memes that are coming up.
Oh,
from
yes,
this stuff.
absolutely.
There's ones of her butt in that little suit, and it's like things that look similar to, and like one of them's like a Thanksgiving turkey, and then like they
I think one was
compare
like
her.
someone's like arm.
Yeah, and they
like-
compare her hair to Cynthia, the Cynthia doll from Rugrats,
Oh, yeah.
which
That's
is
messed
so perfect.
I
I
just
know.
like the reactions of the Smith family.
Yeah,
Their
yeah.
pictures. They look so disgusted and surprised and shocked. and
Which is weird because
horrified.
Willow Smith has been like rocking it like Miley Cyrus, just like
Well,
since she was born.
His daughter now
Within
is
her
like
hair.
Yeah,
she's like
true.
9 and she's
She didn't have
bisexual
any
and
hair
Sure.
anymore.
she's unsure of her.
I know.
These child stars.
But I mean, seeing Miley could be a bit of a shock.
And the kids, I'm sure, are now seeing that dual personality promised from Hannah Montana. Now they really are seeing
I know.
Miley
Children
Cyrus.
are start
Right.
developing like
I don't-
personality disorders.
I don't know. I really don't
just
know.
wonder, when did this twerking career start though? Like when
The
did
twerking.
you start? I mean, I don't even want to call it twerking because I don't know. What
I, you know,
that
and I
is.
remember when people used to say like going, like twerking, like going to work, like just clever, like oh my god, kind of, you know, when that was the thing.
I've never heard it like that.
Oh my
That's funny.
god.
Oh, that one. I've heard. Oh, that one. Yeah, yeah.
And like people were doing that kind of thing. People were like, oh, like twerking, you know. But now people are like twerking, like full on ass everywhere.
I can't twerk.
I don't even want to try to twerk.
I
Who
can't.
wants to twerk?
I'm gonna pass. I'm just gonna pass. I don't think it's right for someone.
But
don't even know what the
speaking of twerking,
Good segue.
Jimmy Kimmel actually kind of pranked everybody. Like, he had this video where this girl is twerking on a doorway, and her roommate opens the door, and she falls and breaks a table, and she lights her leg on fire. And he released this, and he didn't put his name on it. He didn't stamp his name on it or anything. And 6 million people watched it. And it was all over the news, all over every daytime talk, whatever, all the next day. Later that night, Jimmy Kimmel goes, hey, this is the video, plays the video. And then at the end of the video, it's revealed that he comes in with a fire extinguisher and extinguishes her leg. So, that's, first of all, the cleverest way ever to reveal that you did that video.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're a genius.
He is. And the thing is that every single media site in which I saw that video, prior to probably yesterday, I saw it cut off as soon as the girl's leg caught on fire.
Yeah.
So you're thinking that
This
they had
girl
to shut the
dies.
camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I have no idea what happens to her. It's genius. Absolutely genius, the video.
I can't believe he even thought of it. It's beautiful.
Well, it's amazing that America makes this movie this video popular before Jimmy Kimmel's even involved.
Right.
That if you this talk show might get 20 views, and then her leg catches on fire, and bam.
Right.
That's it.
I know. You just got to find that one little thing. You have to target that viral. You got to have that viral thing, I guess.
Injury,
Injury, pain,
right.
Sorcery.
Fire.
Mermaids.
So
Fire.
we're gonna have to hurt someone.
We are.
Mermaids, I think, are a huge thing.
Mermaids.
still.
Mermaids? Okay.
Mermaids.
I'll look into that.
Okay.
Mermaids. But I think I only have one thing left to tell you guys. That's that Brad Pitt cut his hair.
So when you say cut his hair, do you mean baldy?
No,
Baldy.
he had this kind of his hair was probably
my length.
minus this much hair.
And now it's my length.
And now it's circa Brad Pitt, Mr. and Mrs. Smith,
Okay.
when he met Angelina
Okay.
and cheated on Jen.
He's looking less like a hobo and more like an old
More
time.
like
appreciate
he's
that,
hot all
'cause
the
he's a
time,
beautiful
regardless
man.
of what he does.
But do you feel like he maybe needed to embrace that hobo inside of him for a few of his roles? I mean, we can't look amazingly gorgeous
Well, did
all
you
the
see
time.
that it was
No,
like a
we can't.
perfume commercial
Yeah.
or a
The
cologne
Dior,
commercial?
the
And his
Dior.
hair is flowing in the wind.
Luxurious.
You're not Fabio.
You're not.
No, so
I think he looks beautiful either way.
I
I mean,
know.
I didn't appreciate the hobo look, but I mean, he's still
Literally, and then
is
any
handsome.
age, from 20
from
to
Fight
50
Club
to 60,
royalty,
6 children,
either
0
way.
children,
Right.
Jen, Angelina, I don't care what you're doing it right. It's beautiful.
all right.
Okay.
But
that's good.
anyways, so this kind of wraps up our show today. But that's all for Culture Pop. I'm Kelly Steer.
I'm Delaney Lawrence.
I'm Tom Vasquez.
And I'm Andrea Matthew.
Hello, welcome to the first episode of Sports Talk for the new fall 2013 semester. I'm Alex Thamus,
I'm Crystal Fever.
And I'm Jeremiah Deep.
and we're going to do a quick 3-game highlight of Week 2 of the NFL this week. Kick it off with the Manning Bowl, with the Denver Broncos going to the Meadowlands to take on the New York Giants. Chris, what are your thoughts on the game?
Well, overall, Eli is 0-2, I believe, versus Peyton. And I believe that when it's all said and done, it'll probably be 0-3 after watching the Giants turn the ball over 6 times in their Week 1 performance. However, they did manage to keep the game close. Still don't think that Eli's going to beat his older brother, though.
Jeremiah?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, Peyton Manning, of course, threw 7 touchdowns against the Ravens. Got me 70 points in fantasy football, so that was great. I think it's going to be really tough for the Giants. I mean, their running game right now, they had re-signed Brandon Jacobs, David Wilson. They're not really confident in him right now, so I think it's going to be really tough for this Giants team to pull out a victory, even though they are at home.
Personally, believe it or not, this is my upset pick of the week. The Broncos have a horrible track record playing at the Meadowlands. I believe in '98 on their Super Bowl run when they started out 13-0, the team that knocked them off from the ranks of the unbeatens was the New York Giants. And despite Peyton Manning on fire, I think the Giants are going to have a little fire under their belly in this game, and I see the Giants coming out in a very close one, but coming out nonetheless with about a 3 or 4 point victory in the Meadowlands. So mark it down. That's the upset of the week from yours truly. Second game, we have a game where 2 teams desperately need a win out of the AFC North. The Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chris, what do you think?
Well, when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, there's a lot of questions. First off, their offensive line, very weak. Big Ben is just running around all over the place. Not to mention starting Isaac Redman, who fumbled at least once throughout the game. There's some questions there. And defensively, they're just not what they used to be, I feel like. And Cincinnati's coming on with A.J. Green emerging as one of the top receivers in the league. Andy Dalton's getting better and better, as well as their defense. So I'm going to have to go with Cincinnati getting that first win.
How about you, Jeremiah?
Yeah, it's an interesting game. I mean, like you said, both teams would really like to have a win after coming off tough losses. I think Cincinnati is going to win. I think that Andy Dalton, the quarterback for the Bengals, is going to have to step up, though. Threw 2 picks against the Bears in Week 1, and that was a real difference maker as to why they didn't win. They lost by 3. So as long as he doesn't turn the ball over, I think they're going to win. Obviously, the Steelers, their offensive line's in shambles right now, not to mention their running game as well, like you were saying, Chris.
Pouncey with an ACL tear. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be really tough for the Steelers to not only win this game against the Bengals on Sunday, but also going forward. It's going to be tough for them.
Personally, what I think we're seeing is the downfall, or the fall from grace, so to speak, for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think we're seeing them getting very old, very sluggish, very just like not a playoff team anymore. And I think we're going to see that when Cincinnati comes in and plays them this week. I think Cincinnati's going to beat them. They're going to beat them very easily. I think it's going to be at least a 10-point win. And I think Mike Tomlin and company have a lot of work to do in Pittsburgh as far as getting that team back to the playoff and Super Bowl contender that they're used to being. So that's a 3-way sweep between us for the Bengals. Move on to our last game, probably the game of the week, I would say, between the San Francisco 49ers, hot off their win against Green Bay, and the Seattle Seahawks, who looked a little sluggish against the Carolina defense. Chris, what do you think?
Well, you got 2 second-year quarterbacks going at it. 2 great defenses, probably arguably 2 top 5 defenses in the league. The way I see it coming out is Colin Kaepernick and the San Francisco 49ers getting off to a good start. And Russell Wilson took him some time, Week 1, took him to the fourth quarter to kind of wake up and get a nice drive and a passing touchdown. So when it's all said and done, I think the 49ers win by a touchdown.
Who's the home team in this game? Because I think that has to matter. I mean, the Seahawks defense is just amazing at home.
I believe it is Seattle because Seattle started on the road and San Francisco opened up at home. So
okay.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's Seattle.
I'm going to go with Seattle either way, and I'm going to say the reason why is I think that Marshawn Lynch is going to have a really good game. He's going to have more of a bounce back game here in Week 2, and I think Russell Wilson and company, they're going to shook off the cobwebs late there in the first game of the season. I think they're going to come out, they're going to really score, they're going to put a lot of pressure on the 49ers defense. But I think it's going to be a close game.
Well, to break the tie here, I've had my mind made up about this since I saw the matchup. I got to go with the San Francisco 49ers. Colin Kaepernick looked way too sharp against the Green Bay defense. Granted, it was the Green Bay defense. He still threw for a career high, it was 412 yards, and he was just off the charts with his stats. He can beat you through the ground or he can beat you through the air. It's literally pick your poison with Kaepernick. Russell Wilson looks like he's having a little bit of a sophomore slump. The offense looks a little sluggish. They're missing their weapon with Percy Harvin. Even though they never even had him, I'm sure they could use him a lot right now. But I see the San Francisco 49ers taking this victory, but look for Seattle to get revenge near the end of the season. But for the first episode of Sports Talk, that about wraps it up. For Crystal Fever and Jeremiah Deep, I'm Alex Samus. We're on a 167.5-hour break. Be sure to tune in again next week.